the set.
Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
I can't go that high. I'm
Come
Brian.
on!
I'm Brian.
Yeah!
I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and a kickoff episode is a preview episode in disguise. And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Wow, wow, wow.
We're not fooling anybody here. We've already talked about all these movies
Not
with
enough.
all of our hosts.
Not enough.
I will say this.
Could you,
I don't even remember the
Can
last.
you fix this
so-
real quick? Go to me.
Quick.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We're so happy you're here for another season of Deck the Hallmark. This is our 7th season, and at this point, we've crushed it. And you might be wondering to yourself, why are they still doing it? They've got it all figured out. They never make mistakes. They're always perfect. And I think what is important to know is that we haven't.
Go back to
There's
one.
still stuff for us to learn and grow in. And Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everybody. You're watching right there on Philo, philo.tv/DTH. Also, can I tell you this, Brand?
Come on.
It's
Come
our
on, tell me.
7th year, and every year that we do the kickoff episode, was that big enough for you or not?
That's a good big celebration right there.
Every year we do this, it's a treat, but I'm reminded how much I hate the preview episodes. But I also have a very distinct memory every year we do the kickoff episode, and it is sitting in your house doing the first kickoff episode. That was before we did any preview episodes. The kickoff episode, and you would admit this, at that point, the kickoff episode was the preview episode. We talked almost through every single movie.
Who is this guy?
It was 2+ hours, and I remember thinking.
I don't think that's true.
Jen Lilly called in the middle of it live, which was wild. I remember thinking it was wild, but also like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the preview episodes have ruined that for me. And so we're here to we're literally
Rekindle an old flame?
re-previewing. It's like a preview episode bonus feature on a DVD. That's what we're doing right now to kick off the season.
And if you like something, you're gonna watch that, and you're gonna appreciate
Sure.
that it's there.
But it's just all we're doing is trying. This is just to get to the marathon. That's all it is. And Brand, you were telling
the
me
season 1 kickoff was under an hour. It was just shy of an hour.
Man,
Over here with 2 hours.
felt really long. I can tell you that.
Still feeling
DeckTheHallmark.com/marathon.
That's
Brand?
exactly
That's
right.
it.
It's
Yeah.
happening. I don't know when you're listening to this, but
Right.
tonight, if you're listening to it in the morning, tonight is when we're going to be going live, 6 p.m. Eastern, deckthehallmark.com/marathon.
You're not going to want to miss a minute.
You're not going to want to miss a minute. It's going to be
Don't wanna
so
miss a
much
thing.
fun. We have so much fun planned. We are kicking things off with our first ever Deck the Hallmark draft.
Yeah.
We are going to be drafting the movies.
We'll
We're
get
going to be
to
making
preview them
cars.
again.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
movies.
right. We're going to be making our teams of
Boogity, boogity,
movies that we would like on our team. And at the end of the season, one person will be crowned the winner of the season because we try to make everything a competition,
We
apparently.
got to figure out that
Very
prize,
large.
right?
Yeah, the prize is going to be huge.
Could have been World Series tickets, but
Think about the
unfortunately
prize.
got scammed.
And go bigger. That's where the prize is. Think about the prize in your head. Whatever that is, go bigger.
Go bigger.
Go
Go
bigger.
bigger. And
Bigger
while we're
little blimp.
making big announcement today, Dan, I think we can make this announcement this morning.
Wow.
We are announcing
live.
that you, me, Deck the Hallmark, we have a card game. We
Yeah,
have
we do.
partnered with
Yeah, we
Think
do.
and Think Games
There were
to put
3
out.
things I thought you could say.
I know.
Can I be
was
honest?
running through the
Yeah.
Rolodex there.
I was like, we have 3 things to
Yeah.
announce.
VIP,
and I was like,
no?
whatever he says, I'm going to go with it.
Great.
But it could be anything.
Great.
We have a card game.
That's
Sure
right.
do.
Christmas
And that's all there
movie
is to tell you.
magic. Christmas movie magic is the game, and I think everybody at this point is familiar with the idea of like playing bingo during these games or whatever.
This is better.
Bingo's
Think
old
of that.
school.
Go bigger.
That's exactly
Think of it
right.
and go bigger.
Yeah.
It is competitive.
Christmas
it is
movie
fun.
magic.
It is
Oh.
something that you can play while watching every single one of these movies along
It's
with us.
not out till November 1st.
That's right, but you can pre-order
we-
it starting today. DeckTheHallmark.com/games.
/game. And you know what? We got a copy we're going to play at the marathon.
It's going to be a ton of
gonna
fun.
be
We're very
a
excited about it.
blast.
It's one of those things where we've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And lots of times we'll have meetings and we'll be like, that was interesting. That could be
Yeah.
cool. When this game kind of presented itself to us, we were like, this is so perfect.
This is it.
It's so
This is it,
perfect.
yes.
It's wonderful. You're going to hear us talk about it all season long.
And
so
we're
it's gonna be a
also
lot of
going to
fun.
Christmas Con. Can we announce that as well? Since
Wow,
we're
wow,
announcing
wow,
things,
wow.
Do we
We're
know that
going
for
to
sure?
Christmas Con. We've locked that in. Going to be there all weekend long. If
Gonna be
you
a lot
want to
of fun.
hang out with us afterwards, double-decker dinner. We're going to
Yeah,
do that on
Saturday. Oh, we get to
Saturday
do
night.
that.
You got to be a double-decker to
Forgot
sign up for
about
that.
it.
We
Think
have
bigger.
to do that.
I forgot.
Brian just said we have to do that. Brian, it's okay. If it's too much for you,
I said I forgot about that. Didn't
you
I?
said,
don't think,
we have to do that.
did I say we get to do that?
Yeah, I don't think you did.
We'll
I
take
don't
it
know what
back.
I said
That's
there,
right.
but
Back,
I'm
but-
excited about it.
So we've announced two things. The third we're not going to
What is
announce
the
right now.
third? The EVs?
I think we can announce it.
You want to announce
Why
the third?
not? I think we
How do you
can.
think the others involved are going to feel about that if we announce the third one
Maybe
right
we
now?
should. We're going to talk about it during the marathon.
Yeah, but I would wait until we at least.
Yeah, because the people that are watching right now, when we record this,
That's fair.
they're
That's
going to
fair.
probably have something to say about it, and we don't need to announce that yet. And now, Beth A. McGraw-Smith watching live is going to be like,
she's gonna
are you
hate-
freaking
this
kidding
puts
me?
the
But it's good.
the
Everything's
nominator
good.
It's
theory
great.
out
It's
back.
all,
That's right.
it's,
Yeah,
all,
yeah, yeah.
it's all good.
we got a season to kick off.
So marathon,
We don't have time to
deckthehomework.com.
announce our new podcast
No,
where we're
deckthehomework.com
traveling the
/
world.
Yeah, and doing dangerous pranks.
For Back to Bayside.
We're
so
good.
we
We're
Yeah,
don't-
we're not.
yeah,
Yeah, we're not
we're
going to talk
good.
about
That's
Back to Bayside. Deckthehomework.com / marathon tonight, 6 p.m. We're going to be live for 24 plus hours. Come hang out with us. Card game, Christmas movie Magic. You can pre-order it right now.
Come check us out at
deckthehomework.com.
Christmas Con.
Deckthehomework.com / game.
Sorry.
Christmas con. It's okay.
Christmas
that
Con. We
URL
got
on.
new merch. New
New
merch.
merch is coming.
Oh, it's good
New
stuff.
merch is coming.
Old merch, out the window.
I think you could keep an eye out on some new merch on the store, deckthehomework.com / shop here in the next week or so.
Man.
ton of fun
We
stuff.
got all kinds of stuff happening. Brand, do we even have time to kick
And
this
I
off?
just wanna
Should we
say
just
a
read
lot
the
of
list
people-
and say
a
Merry
lot-
Christmas?
A lot of people have been
try.
asking for cream related merch, and we haven't found the right way to do it
Because there
until
isn't one.
It's illegal.
now.
Whoa.
Until
It's not
now,
ille- it's allowed in the
cream
state.
related merch. It's on the way, and I think
right.
it's
On tap.
the
We've
most.
partnered with Ready Whip.
It's the most
It's unbelievable.
tasteful way we could have handled
Beautifully said.
cream related merch. Have you
Wow.
not seen this?
No, I've not seen it.
I'll show it to you
How have I
sometime
not
during
seen
the
it?
show.
Very nice.
I'll send it to you.
Don't I
sometime
help
during
run
the
this
show.
place?
You do. You do.
Sometimes.
I can't remember
Yeah.
everything I show
Yeah,
you.
of course not.
Because so many times I show you something, you're like, good. You
Yeah.
said good.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen
That's
it
what you
either?
say. You say good.
I'm not one of those
He's literally, you're right. When it comes, to be fair, to come to Brand's defense, as we're piling on to Brand, when it comes to designs of things, if Brand is on the fence, he knows I'll give my opinion. If Brand likes it, he'll send it to me and I'll just be like, it looks great.
Good.
So,
Good.
But I do want to see it.
Love it. He'll go, love it.
Love it. Love it. Today is a kickoff. It's a season
Love
7.
it.
Steven Spielberg kickoff.
Steven Spielberg
Steven
kickoff.
Steven.
He's on the line.
We're each going
He's
to say
on
our
the line.
on the count of
Hello,
3. We're all
Deck the
going to say our
Hallmark
favorite
boys.
Steven Spielberg movie. 1, 2, 3.
Angels in the
Private
Outfield.
Ryan. Angels in the Outfield. Could you not think of a single
No,
Steven
I got
Spielberg
one.
movie?
I got one.
What about a Steven Spielberg?
Steven Spielberg? E.T.
What's
probably,
E.T.?
I guess. I would go
That's
with-
my favorite.
Yeah,
ET.
it's
Same
But that's like
brother.
a nostalgic.
Absolutely.
Kickoff season 7. Honestly, hard to believe
Can't
that
say.
we are heading into our 7th
crazy.
season. I can't believe it. Thanks for sticking around with us, and thanks, of course, to Philo for continuing to partner with us. It's a wonderful partner because you get to watch our show on the platform while also watching the movies.
City of
on the
Greenville,
platform.
thank you so much. And thank you, Brian.
well, thanks. Thanks,
Thank
Dan.
you, Brian.
And Bran.
For,
Thank you.
You know,
Thanks,
this is your
Aaron.
third season.
This will be my third
Wow.
season.
Wow.
Kicking it off, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
too
man.
many, right?
It's
That's
a
too
good,
many at
it's
this
a good
point.
place to stop, probably. Right?
Yeah.
And Aaron,
That's
of
not an
course,
announcement, I don't
behind the scenes,
we
Aaron.
will get you the designs
as
to
we
look
call
at
her.
later.
We call her behind the scenes, Aaron.
BTS Aaron. That's
It's
what we
weird.
said for years.
But what a team we have.
that
What
was a
team we
big
have.
thing. We're like, you cannot be out on camera.
That's right.
Have to be behind the scenes. You're an introvert. You'll appreciate
Not
it.
a
There she
host.
is.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, that's
Great.
enough.
That's enough. That's enough.
It's more than enough, right?
What are we going to do today? You might be wondering.
Well-
We got a lot of movies to talk about this season. Some of them have struck our fancies. Some of them have struck the opposite of the fancy. We don't-
Dancy.
The
dance.
rancy.
The
Rancy.
It struck the rancy. So we're going to talk about those movies. We have each brought 3 movies that we are most looking forward to, the fancies. And we
it's
have
not a preview episode because we're not rating them or giving them
No.
creams.
Yeah, it's been
For
done.
that,
It's already
you
in the
can
books.
tune into the episode that aired yesterday.
Yes. And then we are also going to bring 3 movies that struck our rancies, movies that we are not looking forward to. Clear as crystal?
You bet it, man.
Got it to go? Got it to go?
Yeah, we
We'll
didn't do
get it to go.
the
Let's not get
fancy
it for
rancy thing
I'll
during the
kick us
preview.
off. I'll kick us off, okay? I'll kick us off.
Please.
Anything else to announce first? Nothing else, Brand? Okay, just making
Nothing
sure.
else.
Go ahead.
Nothing else. This is tough. It's a I'm going to say these are in no specific
No,
order.
you got to go 3, 2, 1.
Number. Oh,
So we're doing top
boy,
first.
That's tough.
No,
we're
we're doing
starting?
3, 2, then 1.
Right, but we're starting with our most anticipated.
All
Our
right,
fancies.
We're doing the fancies
We're starting with the
first.
fancies.
Got it.
Okay, my number 3, I'm going to go with Hanukkah on the Rocks.
Okay.
Hanukkah, thank
Yeah,
you.
good choice.
Thank
It's a
you.
good choice.
So
Yeah.
first
Good
of all,
choice.
you know,
Strong, man.
after Round and Round, I think we should all have high hopes for
High hopes.
the Hanukkah movie this
Absolutely.
year. Even the last 2 years, really, they've been
Hanukkah
really
Rye.
they've been really solid movies. And so, you know, the Hanukkah movies, they get one of them. I think there's like 1.5 this year.
Yeah.
So you really got to bring it when
Yeah.
it comes to the Hanukkah movies.
Julie
And this
Sherman
year,
Wolf.
not only are they bringing it, but they're bringing him. And by him, I mean Mark Summers.
Yep.
Mark Summers in his first Hallmark movie, which I could not be more excited about the fact that Mark Summers is in this movie. I have it on good authority that Mark Summers had a lot of fun with this movie and that he's really excited for people to see it. And I'm excited to see it. Of course, there's so much to look forward to. Stacey Farber, Darren Kagelsoff, we love him. But also mainly Mark Summers. Mark Summers is in this movie. It's a Hanukkah movie. It seems like it's going to be a ton of fun. And so this movie could easily be my number 1. It could be my number 2. It could be my number 3. But since I have to put them in order, I guess I'll say this is 3. But it's high up there. I know it's high on your guys' list. as
Yeah,
well.
that's a great pick. We've tried our best to not have similar picks here, but
We don't do a lot of show prep except for this episode.
this is the one
Yeah,
episode
this is
where
the
we
one
don't
episode.
want to just announce 3 movies that we want to
Yeah.
see between the 3 of us. Yeah, definitely a top 10 most anticipated for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
Julie Sherman
100%.
Wolf,
Ah.
all the confidence in the world. She's really excited about it too. I know that firsthand.
That's right. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. It also takes place inside of a bar. I don't know how much of the movie is in a bar, but it seems like it's a important part of
And
the
Mark
movie.
Summers. I mean, I think you
mean,
said it, but I
yeah.
mean, come on.
It's Mark Summers Double
Yeah.
Dare. I'll take the physical challenge all day long. So this is my number 3. This is my
Great.
number 3. It pains me almost to have it number 3 because I could be higher, but the 2 I have in front of it are such juggernauts that
Sure.
it felt like I had to. And so there you go. Brian, you go next.
Sure. My number 3. We're starting there.
Sorry.
The 5-year Christmas party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's a great pick, guys.
Thank you.
Are we just going to agree on these? This is fantastic.
I don't think so. I don't
Okay,
think so,
good
Dan.
talk. This is the Katie Finley one, right?
This is Katie Finley, Jordan Fisher, who I believe has never done a movie like this.
Could easily be my number 1, but I knew you had it.
I just found out Zach Hugg wrote this.
Yeah, could
So-
easily be my
Are you
number 1.
kidding me? This is
Yeah.
going to be better
The
than
writer
even
of Ghost of Christmas
Yeah.
Past
Yeah.
and Katie Finley.
Christmas Always.
Come on.
Yes.
Ghost of Christmas Always. Yes, of
So
course.
just
You get it.
over a 5-year period, they keep connecting. Something is going to end, so they have to make a choice. Kind of a different twist there to kick things off. I'm really, really excited. This one's going to crush.
You know, Dan,
Yeah.
you mentioned it in the preview, I believe.
Yeah,
but it has
different
thing
than
that we
this.
did this.
Different than this.
or the first look. It could have been either one of those,
Yeah.
but it has love at the Christmas table.
You said it, you laughed just saying it out loud, how
Yeah.
ridiculous it is that we've done a
Not-
first look, 2
no.
previews, and a kickoff.
It's like when people at Bethel Church laugh because they're in the presence of God. It's like that for me when it comes to
Like
these
at
things.
funerals because they
It's
don't
like
know how else
it
to
can't
react.
get better than this. I'm laughing in the spirit.
Yeah, of course.
It does give me love at the Christmas table feels.
Yes,
and
for
so
sure.
that movie is one of the best
Oh,
in
yeah.
this. Is so good.
That
it's
and Snowden
so
Christmas,
different.
2 best lifetimes. Yeah.
Danica McKellar's best work. Like,
Easily,
she's
she
so good in
crushes
that movie.
yeah.
But it's not just that they're good performances. It's also the fact that it's a really fun story told over multiple years. And so this gives me high hopes for this. I think it's going to be really cool, very special.
Could easily be my number 1. I'm serious. The writer of Ghost of Christmas Always, Katie Finley, who last year was in was it Christmas List? What was that movie called?
Oh yeah, the Christmas list. Yeah,
Yeah.
the list there.
She
It's
was
a
Finish off the
bad,
list.
bad title. I think you're right.
Yeah,
though.
she is great. Both of her Hallmark movies have been outstanding, and then this writer knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Come on. This is a great pick, Brian.
Thanks, man.
Sometimes you have some wonky ones. I got to be honest. I'm pretty sure you put
We're still early.
the Kevin McGarry hockey movie in your top 3 last year, and you regret that.
Did
right?
I?
You did.
So many previews ago.
Yeah, it's a lot of kickoffs ago,
So-
but you did that in your
One
top 3.
kickoff ago,
Yeah,
to
I've
be
made a
fair.
lot of
kickoff.
mistakes in my life.
That's right. Yeah, for sure.
Dan, what do you got on
My
your
number
list?
3, in the preview episode, maybe it was the first look. I don't remember. I feel like for some
They're
reason
different.
I was more excited about this movie than anyone else, or maybe maybe people are just tired of hearing about it, but Santa Tell Me with Aaron Krakow has to be one of our most anticipated movies. First of all, When Calls the Heart does very little right, but no one can deny that Aaron Krakow and Daniel Lissing's chemistry was dynamite, and they are back together on screen. But that's not it all. We have Santa Magic, we have Benjamin Ayres, and we have Kris Russell.
That's right.
All three vying for the possible affection of Aaron Krakow. This is an absolute no-brainer. When we talk about a wheelhouse movie for Hallmark Christmas, this is it. Star wattage, Magic Santa, who's she going to choose? It's all there. Like, twist my arm. Santa Tell Me, this is an easy choice for me at number 3. Right?
I think it's a no-brainer, Dano.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you. I'm excited about this movie for a lot of reasons. One, you know, the fact that it's Aaron Krakow making eyes, not just at Daniel Lissing
But all
again,
three
but
of
a
them.
slew of
Yeah.
boys. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
All the
I
boys
saw
to the
Slew
yard.
of Boys
Yes.
live, by the way.
did.
Really good show.
Look at you.
Went a little long. And so I'm excited about that. Also, having Daniel Lissing back on the network.
Come on.
It makes it possible. It makes way for Ghost Jack.
Yeah. And
You
that's
know,
all
we're
we really
not
care
there
about.
yet, but it
we're gonna
makes
get
it
there.
possible.
Season 16 of When Calls the Heart?
Yeah.
Season 11 of this show? Ghost Jack's a possibility.
When he came back to the genre a couple of years ago, but on a different network, we were all like, well, that's too bad. He'll never be back on this network. And yet here
And
we are.
He is
And it's all
happening.
happening.
Yeah.
And so will they do it? Are they bold enough to do it? I don't know, but we'll find out. Very excited about it. I got another one.
I'd
Are you
love
ready
to
for
hear it. Number 2.
I'm gonna go with the Touchdown movie, which isn't at the top of this page.
Oh, it's
and so
not.
that makes it interesting.
Isn't it
Touchdown
like
Christmas,
Kansas City
Chief touchdown,
love story?
Palooza. Listen,
Holiday touchdown.
Holiday
Holiday
touchdown.
touchdown.
I think obviously, for obvious reasons, this movie is at the top of the list, or at number 2 at the very least. So much buzz. The buzz of this movie is unlike any buzz I think Hallmark's had for a movie before. I think rivaling the noise closest would be Three Wise Men, but
Yeah.
even this is
This is as
Three
big as it
Wise
gets.
Men was
Yes.
big in our space, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing touchdown stuff all over the place. It's everybody's talking about it. It's on all the news things. Are like, I'm at the Kansas City Chiefs, because that parody they did. I almost called it a spoof, but I changed last second. I called it a spoof.
You call it a disparity.
That
Steven
disparity
Spielberg.
that they did last year did so well for them.
Yeah.
And so to see Hallmark be like, look at this, we're kind of
Oh, look at
breaking
that.
new ground. Look at this, look at that.
If only Julie Sherman Wolf had written a third Christmas movie, you could have all 3 on your list.
It's true. It's true. I have really, you know, lots of times with these movies that are like supposed to be really good and exciting, you know, you watch and it's like by the time we get there, I'm like, whatever. And then you see and you're like, that was good. Three Wise Men kind of suffered in that regard, because by the time we finally got there, we were ready for it to be over.
That's right.
I think
that's
this,
how I am with this movie.
This one, I think it's just, it has so much going for it that it's good. I have no doubt this is going to be one of the best of the years. Personally, I have no doubts about it. I think it's going to be really, really good, really, really fun. And I'm excited. I'm bummed I have to wait until Thanksgiving weekend, but
I can't wait for it to be over. I can't. I don't know how else to say that nicely. I can't. I'm not here to tell you I don't want to watch it. I'm here to tell you I'm ready for the hype to be done with it. But I will say this: Hallmark has finally figured out how to capitalize on Tyler Hines. Groomsmen, Three Wiser Men, and this movie all coming out within 6 weeks of each other, when most viewers watch the Hallmark Channel. It took them years, but they finally figured out how to do that, and they've done it. So kudos to them. I'm not nearly as excited about this movie as the rest of you guys are, and that's fine. That's
But
fine.
you have to admit
No,
that
that it
the
is-
floor of this movie is higher than most ceilings.
I think the gimmick of this movie makes it what it is. The Chiefs thing is the floor of this. It could be a bad movie. It could be a bad movie. Now, Julie Sherman Wolf,
Well, I
that
don't
does
know,
make me
man.
feel a
I
little
don't
bit
know.
better.
Seen the
I don't
cast?
think. I don't think
The
this.
other-
I
Tyler
don't
Hines
think
has
it-
been in bad movies.
but
Hunter
the
King has been in bad
supporting
movies.
actors in
Now,
this?
Ed Begley's been great.
Yes.
Ed Begley's great. And then who else we have? We got a couple others.
Yeah,
that are
there's
great.
some
Mama
big names.
Kelsey, of course.
Of course,
No.
Mama Kelsey.
That's stunt. That's not like.
You
I
don't know. She's in 2 movies
Hey,
this year.
if you know that if
You
it's
don't
good,
get in 2 movies based on stunts.
yes, you
right.
do. You know that if
Unless
it's
you're a
good,
stunt
I will
person.
100% tell you I'm wrong. I got no
I
problem.
can't
with
believe you think there's a chance this movie's not good.
The cool
That's
thing about
crazy to
this
me.
is that there's gonna be so many eyes on it, and there's gonna
Yes.
draw in so
Yeah.
many people.
Let's
and
put.
I
Let's
feel
write-
like
let's. Have we made a bet about the ratings on this movie?
we have not. We
All right, let's get
should.
this on the
it. Can't
record.
go over.
We can't closest to the pin without going over.
Okay.
Price is right.
4.9.
You can't go over.
4.9.
4.9 real-time watchers. 4.9 million. You want to do this at the marathon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll take
We'll
my
do it
back.
tonight. We'll do it
Recuse
tonight.
it. 4.9 doesn't count.
You can do a little
change it.
research.
I can change it. Yep.
DeckTheHallmark.com
Probably
/
still gonna go with
marathon tonight.
4.9.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, very much looking forward to that. Dan,
Yeah, I'm with
Brian.
you. I'm with you on that one,
Yay,
Brad. I think
Brian.
it's going to be great for
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
good for the
Brian.
goose, good for the
Gander.
rest
Yeah,
of
you
them.
said it.
Who's
Take a
the
gander
goose
at
in
what's
this
next
point?
on Brian's
You know,
list. Here we go.
number 2 for me, a novel Noel.
Stop
Okay,
it. Stop it.
gather around. You know, I'm a
No.
big Penhead, and a Blair Crank in any movie. I'm there. Julie Gonzalez. Are you kidding me? With Brandon Penny. This one has. They're in a bookstore. We're getting cozy. We're doing all the.
You only get 3 of these, Brian.
Yeah, I know.
You
And
don't
this
get
one
30
really
of these.
stood
You
out
get
to me.
3 of these.
This really stood out to me. I feel like
Read the,
not only
read
will-
the synopsis.
yeah,
I know we've done this, but read the full synopsis.
a successful New York City book editor, Gonzalo, who's losing touch with her passion after a few setbacks this year.
her
She
passion.
learns that she was chosen to run a bookstore in a small town of
bookstore? She
St.
was chosen to
Ives.
run a
She
bookstore.
was selected out of millions. St. Ives, she's headed up to for the whole month of December.
There are millions of people that's like, can I run a bookstore during the holidays?
They
She
run
got
it for a
picked.
month. That's
the
it's a
whole
rotating
month of December. It's pretty great. While realizing a childhood dream, but butting heads with the handsome son, Brandon Penny, of the bookstore owners, she comes to realize that her love for bringing out the creativity of others is still her true calling and an untapped talent.
There's
And
nothing,
love.
nothing special about this movie.
Nothing at all.
The
You have to
leads,
admit.
it's going to be super
Brian,
snowy.
you're doing this just to
Dude,
be
there-
Brian.
what
no,
about-
man, this is going to be a sleeper for a lot of people, and I'm not letting it not be on my list of top 3. I'm not.
I just,
Can't do
Brian,
it.
you're doing this to be Brian. There's nothing special about it. Could
Julie
it be
Gonzalez,
good?
Brandon. I
Sure.
love Brandon Penny. I like almost
but
everything
Brendan
he
Penny
does.
almost by default doesn't really care about the movie he's in. Like I actually would probably be
fooled
best
me.
friends with Brendan Penny, but for this particular venture, he's not sitting here grinding over the script trying to make it better. He's here to do it like it couldn't be more generic.
And that's what we love about it.
Okay.
I think it's going to stand out.
Listen, nobody loves a classic Hallmark movie more than me. This ain't it, man.
Oh,
This
come
sounds like
on.
all I could hear is Nantucket Noel. That's all I
The
could
worst
I
part
hope
about
not.
this is it being on. Is this Hallmark Channel or Hallmark
No, that's the
Mystery?
thing. It's on the Mysteries Channel.
You have
and
lost your mind.
I feel like sometimes that adds a little oomph, a
Brian,
little emotional.
little stank.
You cannot.
a
If
little
we had a
day to the
polygraph,
emotion.
if we had a polygraph test, there's no way this would have been top 3 for you.
This really stood out to me.
I think you're
I
lying.
feel pretty confident in
think
putting it
you're
on my
lying.
list.
You're cute.
Thanks, man.
You're a cute boy. Dan.
My number 2 movie is because of Holiday Touchdown, kind of flying under the radar, and it's 3 Wiser Men and a Boy. Terrible title. but
Terrible. Uncomfortable to say, even.
I got to be honest. Really, this might be really looking forward to this movie. Why? Because what they did in the first movie was they made the funniest movie Hallmark's ever made. They also tried to, instead of just leaning into the bits and the gags, they tried to stuff 3 love stories in there. I think knowing that Paul Campbell, Kimberly Sustad writing this movie, knowing that Hallmark's going to give him probably even more rope to be creative, I get the feeling they're going to make something here that is somehow better in every aspect than the first one, which wasn't a top 2 movie of that year for me. It was 3rd for me on that list. I think this is going to be the movie of the year. I think this is, at the end of the day, when we finish, this is going to be
Movie of the year.
I think this is going to be the best movie of the year. I think it's going to be funny.
You think a sequel is going to be the best movie
I know,
of the year?
and the sequels on Hallmark are
Who
terrible.
are you?
But
I don't know who
listen,
that you are anymore.
I'm telling
I'm going
you-
into year 7, and you're out here,
I'm
going
telling
nuts
you-
over a sequel.
Paul Campbell is going to write something that flies in the face of a lot of the rules of sequels on Hallmark. It's going to be funny. It's going to be heartfelt. It's going to be better across the board than the first one. And maybe I'm wrong, but I have high hopes for this movie. Yeah.
As you should.
You know who else has high hopes for this movie? Is Andrew Walker.
He does?
Oh, does he now?
Oh, good buddy Andrew.
I asked Andrew, why are you excited about this movie? He's in the video.
wow.
In response.
What a guy.
I think he's actually on the line.
Andrew,
live,
what
I
up?
believe. Andrew, hey, buddy.
What's going on, boys?
He's really
Look at
tired.
you guys back at it. I'm wishing you all in North Carolina and the South a speedy recovery, and thinking about you all. Sending you a lot of love, first and foremost. But hey, you're reviewing some movies. Three Wise Men, right? Wiser Man and a Boy. Why am I excited about this movie? Well, I'm excited if you guys are excited, and that's all that matters to me. I think we put together a pretty great movie. It was ambitious. It's a big movie. Lots of stuff happens. There's a lot of different scenarios that the brothers are put in, and we take you to a whole lot of different locations. It's basically like a James Bond version of a Christmas movie. Well, kind of. But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited because I feel like every time I'm with Paul and Tyler, magic happens, and they make me, they elevate me. They make me look a lot better than what I really am, and we just have a lot of fun working together. So that's all I got. I'm in a hotel room here in Washington, in D.C. I had a flight that was delayed for an hour and a half, and so it's about 1 o'clock here right now, and I'm gonna be going to bed. But I appreciate you guys reaching out for me to give you my 2 cents here. Take care.
Take
Bye, boys.
care.
Congrats on
Take
your
care,
episode.
Andrew. Thanks.
Bye.
That
He looks
Washington,
he
DC.
super psyched that we
He was
reached
and
out
we did
to
slow that
him.
down to 0.75 times.
So you
right?
don't have to.
I just want to make sure.
Did anything he said change?
Dude, James Bond
yeah,
Christmas movie?
Kind of.
Kind of.
He said ambitious.
He did say ambitious.
Lots of
That's exciting.
locations.
Dude, Andrew Walker has been in 1,000 of these, and he calls it ambitious. Sign me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here for it.
Yeah.
All right.
And his hair's never looked better.
I think it's crazy that me saying this is going to be the movie of the year is a bold statement, but I think it is a bold statement.
Yeah. Well, the Holly did a sequel and it was great. Like it's
But
not
it
like
wasn't
they
as good as the
bombed-
first
No,
one.
but it's not like they
Yeah.
bomb sequels of good.
But I like Haul Up
initials.
the Holly 1 better than
Yeah.
Three Wise Men 1. Because that was
yeah.
second. It was
Yes.
Ghost of Christmas Always,
Laughed so
Haul Up
hard,
the
man.
Holly, then Three Wise Men.
Yes. Laughed so hard.
So there's that.
Boy, that's exciting. He said some good stuff.
Amazing. I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go. Number one, my most excited one, and I don't think it's going to come as any surprise. It's the Christmas Quest.
Yeah.
Lacey
Yeah,
Chabert,
yeah.
It's
How
a
could you
Christmas
not?
quest.
Chris Polaha, Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, is this going to be the most buzzed Lacey Chabert movie this year? Probably not. I think Hot Frosty might take the buzz.
Yeah.
But this movie, we're on location and we got 2 of the goats of the game together with Polaha and Chabert. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. There's nothing necessarily in the synopsis that's like, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be wild, aside from the mention of the Yule lads. But these 2 together, I don't think you can go wrong. I think that these 2 are just so good. I'm so excited to see them together. I think everybody is. I can't believe it hasn't happened before. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to see how they make Lacey. It seems like she's not so small compared to Chris Polaha, because Chris Polaha is so
giant.
tall.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be something to look out for. But this movie, for me, is must-see TV. I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be fantastic. And Kris sent a video in. And here's what he said.
Kris.
Here's what he said.
What's up,
I'm
buddy?
not sending you jack squat. I'm going to send you a clip that I shot on location.
Wow.
And then he said, this is an exclusive Polaha copyrighted video.
Wow.
So
we
we
just
Can
here on
or
Deck the
can't
Hallmark.
air
I
this?
don't. I think we can air it.
Okay.
Exclusive. Right
and
here.
and I think we're gonna play it. But
Release the Polaha cut.
here is Kris on location of the movie. It's a short clip. Here you go.
So, walking on a glacier, heading to work right now, which is just Lacey Chabert and David, our guide. And this is the world of the glacier.
That's it.
What
Wow.
a clip.
What a clip.
What
on the
a
way to work.
guy.
That's how we look on the way to work.
And I got to be
sometimes.
honest with you. Seeing that clip, like they're going in.
They are. That's right.
They're going
Yes.
into Glacier.
They
Yes,
are.
they're going into Glacier.
A lot
Glacier's
of
not
people
going to them.
could have had this idea for Glacier and Iceland and whatnot and been like, let's not go there. Let's not do the hard work because that seems like a headache. They're having
and
to
a
literally
footache.
hike and go.
It's a
and
Christmas quest.
It is.
they are not. Chris doesn't do anything half but and
We're
this
halfway.
movie,
there.
I think this movie's going to be real special.
Wow.
Christmas
I agree with
Quest.
you,
Those
man.
are, you know what, Brandon? Those are three good ones.
And I got to be honest with you, if somebody tries to get that video, pull it
No,
from
that's a
Philo,
Polaha
Yeah.
slash
he
DT
said you're not
exclusive.
allowed.
Legal will
he
be all
said
over you.
You're not allowed.
That's for us.
It's for us and our eyes only, and yours if you're watching on Philo.
Three good ones.
DTH.
Three good ones, man.
All right, Brian, you've gotten one good one. Let's see if you
Well,
can make it two. Let's
hit
find
me.
out.
100% to my number one pick, the Santa Class. And yeah, this is a Kim Sosted, Ben Ayres. This is going to be so funny. Ben is funny.
He's funny.
Like, a couple of years ago when I started, he wasn't at the top of like the list. These are the funny guys. He's changed. He's in that list.
I
He's
don't
a
think he's.
funny.
I think they probably let him. You think he's become funnier?
I think. Well, he's probably been able to be
You know
funnier.
what I think part of it is?
But he's a quirky
is
guy, like-
he's very funny, and I think the humor has come out in
Yeah.
like interviews he's done and
Yeah.
his presence
He
on
does a
social
lot of-
media.
yeah, you're right, yeah.
Very similar to Paul and how Paul was posting, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, Paul's funny.
Yeah,
Let's
funny.
Yeah.
let him be funny on
Yeah.
the TV." And part of that is like change up top and who's running the network and all that stuff, and just being like, hey, let's give funny a try. But I think this has just been being Ben and having fun, and I'm happy that the network's finally letting him have fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. So this will be a good time. Russell Hainline wrote this one, who's just
Oh,
up
yeah.
there. You
Santa
know he's
Summit
the
last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Three Wiser Men and a boy,
That's
I believe
right.
he's involved with as
Come
well.
on.
All my trusts. I trust them with my life. All three of them together.
Really?
It's the
Yeah.
Rachel Lee Cook of movie writers,
Exactly.
screenwriters.
Exactly.
That's
So this
interesting.
That's
it's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's see if Ben's funny. Because he sent in a video.
Oh,
Ben
is
sent
he?
in a
Ben,
video. Let's
really?
find out. This will be if been on the fence about him and you're like, I'm not sure if he's funny. Let's find
Let's
out.
see.
Is he
This
gonna be
is
funny
his
here?
one chance to
This
be
is
funny.
one
Here we go.
chance. I told him he has 30 seconds, so let's see how long he goes.
Why am I excited about the Santa class? 2 words. Kimberly Sustad. That's why I'm excited about the Santa class. Now, you asked me for a 30-second video talking about why I am excited about everyone tuning into the Santa class, and I have filled up my 30 seconds. Kimberly Sustad.
There it is.
Yeah.
He also
There it is.
flicked us off, which is very
That was
impressive.
mean. I
Philo.
don't think
Subtle.
that was
Dot
Do you
TV
tell him
slash
not to?
DTA.
You got
I
to
think
tell
we
him
might
not
have
to.
to. We
could've-
might have to
it
blur
was
that out.
easily
on
done, yeah.
That's crazy.
Shot us the bird. Freedom Rocket.
He looked
Ben
great,
Ayres
though. Yeah,
there.
But
Just
that's
one.
fair. That's fair.
It's more than
Freedom
fair.
missile.
Fair. I think
Yeah.
we've earned it at this point.
Yeah.
With the way that
Yeah.
you
The
slandered
very
Bethlehem,
least.
PA last year.
It's a bad movie.
It's a good
I don't-
movie.
Like,
He was fun in that. He danced in that, right? Oh, man, he was
yeah, he's
so
dancing with
fun.
the baby.
He was so fun.
I love that movie. Dan, what's your number one, buddy?
My number one movie, although I really, really am digging some of the ones that you guys
Novel
chose.
Noel?
Not Novel Noel. Basically, all the movies we've chosen aside from Novel Noel have been accurate. It might be my top 9, top 8, aside from that just clunker.
Can't wait to prove you wrong.
I'm going to have to go with the 90s Christmas.
Oh, man. Yeah, you do.
They're going to get in a ride share and time travel to 1999 and have a cab driver that is apparently omniscient. They say particularly wise. I'm going to go ahead and say omniscient. Cat Barrel, Ava Bourne, Chandler Massey in this movie with this premise. I love it. I love it. Could I be let down by this movie? Yes. Does it have a lower floor than Three Wiser Men? Yes, it 100% does. But I'm optimistic that they're going to hit 99. When I was 16 years old, they're going to hit it perfect. And I'm really looking forward to this one. This is the one I'm most looking forward to. Do I think it's going to be the best? I don't know. But I am looking forward to it the most. So that's a busy week after around Thanksgiving there, because that's Thanksgiving week.
That's busy.
Throw that in there with Christmas Quest and Holiday Touchdown and Three Wiser Men and all those movies.
And I just want everybody to know from November from the first week of November. I think it's November 3rd through Christmas Eve. I think there's 2 days total without DTH
I'm pretty
content.
sure there are more Deck the Hallmark episodes than days.
Yeah, that's a fact. But
Yeah.
so you'll have enough.
You'll have enough.
You'll have
content.
enough of us. Philo.tv/DTH all holiday season long. You'll be able to watch us. Of course, you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts for these movies that we're looking forward to and think that you might be looking forward to as well. But what about the stinkers? Are there any stinkers out there? Don't worry. There might be. When we come back from this break, we're going to talk about the movies that maybe we're not looking forward to as much. Even me, there's a few of those.
Wow.
We'll get to those in a second here on Deck
Deck
the
the
Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark.
Wrong.
Fam.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Season 7 of Deck the
Yeah.
Hallmark is here.
Here already. Can you believe it?
I cannot
No.
believe it.
No.
So excited to be back for another season, reviewing every Hallmark Christmas movie, a ton of Netflix, a ton of Lifetime. Too many. Let's get to some movies that maybe we're not looking forward to. We talked about the 3 that we're all looking forward to the most. Are there some that maybe we're not looking forward to as much? And I'll start.
Go ahead, Brand.
With us. I'm going to start.
Oh, I forgot, Bri. My honorable mention.
Oh, of course.
My honorable mention for movies I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
Sugar Plums.
Yeah.
Janelle Parrish. That looks like a lot of fun. Almost made my list. You got an honorable
yeah,
mention?
I did. And it's Jingle Bell Run, Ashley
Yeah.
Williams, Andrew Walker. Are you
Come
kidding
on.
me right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. And
Yeah.
you didn't do that.
All of them. All
Yes.
of the ones that
all
aren't.
the
of
above.
them were. Yes.
All of them
Except
that
for
aren't
these.
here.
That's right. Sorry. Go ahead, Brand.
Yes. 5 Golden Rings as that number 3 for me. It's a Hallmark mystery movie.
Yikes and bikes.
And it involves finding the owners of 5 mysterious golden rings and return them to their rightful homes before Christmas morning. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. This is a fool me twice situation.
Yeah.
We have tried to find the owner of rings in the past, and I hated every second of it. These are not my jam, and so I'm concerned. I'm nervous.
Definitely bottom
You
5
know,
for
of
me.
course, excited about Nolan Gerard Funk.
Can't stop
It
the funk.
is it is tough for me not to be on Team Funk, but we'll see what happens.
It's against your nature.
It is against my nature. We'll see what happens.
There's
But
also a gala that we
there's a
gotta deal
gala,
with
There's
there's a
this one,
gala, a
so-
giving gala.
Yeah.
Finding rings.
So lots of concern, lots of trigger words, if you will.
I will.
In the synopsis. So I'm not excited about this one, unfortunately. But I've been surprised before, and I'm open to being surprised again. But 5 Gold Rings is on my list of movies I'm least looking forward to. Brian?
Yeah. On my list of Rancy's is Trivia at St. Nick's, which I realize is sort of a little polarizing because it sounds cool, which the title to me sounds cool, but what
does sound
it
Yeah,
does.
this is a weird one to be in your bottom 3.
Yeah.
The title alone would get it out of the bottom 3, wouldn't it?
But I just feel like trivia.
It's good.
They're not going to
I'm
nail.
worried.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what.
worried.
So this is more of a. Like I'm putting you on
Rancy.
notice.
Yeah.
Like this is a challenge. Like make it good. Like let's have a great trivia movie and not just. Flop.
I have no doubts about this movie.
You have no
I have
doubt.
no doubts. I have no doubts about this movie.
Okay,
I think it's gonna be a ton of
looks
fun.
like there's a scavenger hunt on campus.
I think you can do scavenger hunts well.
Okay, so I'm just nervous, and so it stood out as something to be a little concerned about, and so I put it on my list. Just
Fair
put
enough.
it on notice.
Fair enough. I think that's interesting. But whatever.
Thanks, man.
I think you'll be wrong. I think you're going to be.
I hope
pleasantly
I'm wrong.
surprised.
I can't imagine
I
this
hope I'm
being
wrong.
bottom 3, but I am worried
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not worried at
I-
all.
like you,
Brand
fool me
Doherty, I'm
once.
coming home. Like, he's going to bring this movie home for me. I think this movie's got high.
Yeah, Brad Doherty's fun.
I got high
he
hopes.
knows how to do comedy.
I got high hopes.
Okay.
I got high hopes. Dano?
My honorable mention would either be 5 Gold Rings or 'Tis the Season to be Irish. I'm not looking forward to either of those movies, but my number 3 on the list of Rancy's here, Confessions of a Christmas Letter. Now, I know a lot of people are angry right now because I think a lot of people are really looking forward to this movie. Not only do I hate the plot of this movie, which is a family matriarch hires a struggling novelist to write her town's annual Christmas letter, snooze fest. I am not here for a back of the call sheet Office reunion. I like The Office just fine. I have nothing against The Office. There's like season 2 of The Office is like peak comedy television. It's great. I don't care about the gimmick of this movie being that Angela from The Office is the lead and what's his name from The Office, Kevin, I think, is going to be in the movie. I think this is like all of this whole thing is just a Trojan horse movie to get that reunion. It makes me angry.
I don't know if it is.
You don't think so?
I don't think
Angela Kinsey's never been a lead in one of these movies.
I know, but she wrote this movie as well, Aaron, I believe.
Oh, she did.
I think that this movie is going to be more earnest than you're giving it credit for. I understand the concern, and I think it's rightfully placed.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to really give it a go.
I would love to be wrong here. I am dreading watching this movie. It does have your fave, Brian, Lillian Duckett Rachi.
That's right,
there.
Duckett Rachi joint.
Yeah, but no, we don't need this. I
don't
read
know.
the
We
thing and I
might.
was like, we don't need it. If it's good, I'll just tell you I'm wrong. But I am kind of dreading this movie by and large. So there's that.
I'm not with you there. I'm hopeful on this one, really hopeful.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Big
we
Office
get some
fan?
good- I like The Office, but I also like when people who are proven and done things other places come on board here and do their thing, and it becomes something that is really fun. So I don't think it's a gimmick. I don't think it's a Trojan horse, but if I'm proven wrong, I will admit it as well.
Yeah, great.
At number 2,
That's what the kickoff's all about.
That's right.
That's what
Keep us honest.
differentiates it from the first look and the preview, of course.
100%.
to show everybody how preview and kickoffs are different, I have a perfect example. For number 2, I have Happy Holidays, which in the preview I gave 5
Yes.
Paramochas to. At the
That's
same
just because
time,
you're not consistent with it.
at the same time, that's
Neither here nor there.
rude and founded. This movie is going to be it's interesting. This I would say is my concern.
Sure.
It's my concern movie. 1, pets. For all the reasons I gave it 5,
You're
I'm
concerned.
also concerned. Pets.
we don't know the lead.
Winner of Finding Mr. Christmas
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
could go so many different ways.
It's
like
called
sure,
Happy Holidays.
Happy
That's a
Holidays.
knock against it, yeah.
Jessica Lowndes is back, which is something. It's interesting. But also just this plot is wacky and ridiculous. And so, there hasn't been a lot of the pet movies on Hallmark that have really brought it home. I'm concerned about that. This could be a train wreck. For that reason, it's a 5. And for that reason,
It's also on your
it's also on
Sure.
my Rancies. So that's where I'm at on this one. I
Classic
think,
Rancy.
but this is also the last movie of the year. This is going to be a movie that we're going to be like, oh, we got to come in for this situation. But also Dave White is reviewing it with us.
Oh, which is great.
So there's lots of things at play here. But what a name. Happy Holidays. What can you do with that? We'll find out. Brian, what do you got? Number 2.
I have a reason for the season, which is
What is it? What's
Taylor
the reason
Cole
for the
McGarry.
season?
We're gonna find out.
Ryan Popola is somewhere screaming at Taylor Cole.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin
I
McGarry
know.
being
I'm
on the
glad
bot. Sheila
he won't.
Calloway also.
Yeah, I'm really isolating
is
myself
wrong.
here.
Yeah.
This is a far-fetched.
If you took those leads
plot.
out, you're right though on this. Go ahead.
Yeah, they will probably be really good. But this is a mystery movie on the Mystery Channel, so it's a little bit of a far-fetched plot, but also this is where she finds the EMT who saved her on her night of birth, or something like that.
Oh, she's giving gifts out to all the people that saved
who
her. There's
saved
more
her.
than one.
Right. So
Yeah,
it's,
this movie sounds like it's just out there.
Yeah, but it could be. I feel like this could be fun if it weren't on the Mystery Channel, and I sort of know it's going to be more sad than festive and fun. So I got it. I'm concerned about this one. Not super looking forward to it, and that's why it's on my list.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's fair.
Dano?
That's fair. My next one is To Have and To Holiday. I realize this could be a good movie.
What is that one?
It's got your boy Bazooki in there.
Oh,
Robert
Bazooki, yeah.
Bazooki,
We got any
Bazooki.
Bazooki gum out there?
Yeah, we got a few
the
pieces.
nerve of putting a bazooki joints in the bottom 3.
Of course, Madeline Arthur. This is where the couple's going to get married, and their efficient and premarital counselor is her father and puts them into a pre-wedding boot camp.
Right.
Everything about the synopsis makes me cringe / want to quit my job. Which usually means the movie might be okay. Because usually there's one or two of those where I'm like, this sounds awful, and it works out that it's one of the better ones. But I'm just kind of dreading this one. Not high up on my list at all, but Hallmark has a lot of confidence in it. It's on Sunday before Thanksgiving, November 24th.
Okay. That's not nothing.
That's not
Thanksgiving's
nothing.
late this year.
That's right.
I've heard that.
Could get late early.
Yeah, it could. I think that could be something, but I agree. Everything that you're saying is alarming, is exciting for me, and so I'm
fair.
very into that movie. But I understand where you're coming from. I think it's a fair play. Aside from Bazooki is the draw.
Keep that word, name out of your mouth.
That's right.
duh.
Put some respect on it. My number one bottom. It's here's the one that I'm least looking forward to, and I'm doing a 4-in-1 situation.
Your biggest
everybody.
rancy?
My biggest rancy is
There it
actually a quadrippy. It's the
Your
unwrapping
number one bottom is
Christmas.
a quadrippy.
It's the unwrapping Christmas quadruple.
We've lost all credibility right there on this
Quadruple?
one.
For a few reasons. One, this
Quadrilogy.
quadrilogy.
Thank you.
What
Stop saying things.
this movie is giving me the Love Club feels, and I still haven't recovered from that. So that's one reason I'm not excited about it. Two, this is Hallmark Plus, 4 movies that they're dropping on Hallmark Plus that is just adding extra stuff to what we previously, 40, 41, that was a sweet spot. And now we're just getting into some trouble here.
Half dozen.
And I'm worried that these movies, I think Cherry Lane, they're doing 3 Cherry Lanes, which also seems like a lot, but all 3 of those I find to be more interesting, even
Yes.
though
But
I'm
you
mad
know
as
them.
a
You know-
synopsis
You've done
writer.
one, yeah.
Yes.
I'm mad as a synopsis writer, and I think I've made that case perfectly
Check out
clear.
the preview episodes.
But Unwrapping Christmas, they just don't seem to serve a purpose, I think, is part of it.
You're going to end up loving them.
I know.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens. And I know there's a lot going on. Natalie Hall's in one of these.
yeah.
Cindy Busby's in one of
Yeah,
it.
come
Like,
on.
this could be great. It's just, this is uncharted territory. This is Hallmark Plus. This is a quadrippy. And so there's just lots of
not a
lots of
quadrippy.
things that could go wrong. This is the definition of a
don't call
quadrippy,
it
actually,
that.
is
Look
what
it
I'm
up.
finding out. So concerned, to say
Yeah,
the least.
fair.
And it's not just a 1 movie concern, it's a 4 movie concern.
that'll get ya.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but we're heading into uncharted territory with Hallmark Plus movies. And so for that reason, I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant. We'll see. We'll
Man.
see. Brian?
You had me at Love Club. For all the reasons you're nervous, I am in and
Yeah.
on board with this. So I'm not with you, unfortunately. I'm out there on the sailboat by myself.
Yeah, and fair enough. We don't need these. We don't need more movies. I think you're right, Brand. 40, saying that's a sweet spot is generous, but we know we're going to get 8 or 9 full clunkers and 4 or 5 really quality ones, and everything else is going to be in between, and
Quadrippy
that will
ones.
determine how good of a year it is. Now we're throwing in this quadrippy, and it's just like, what are we doing? Why
it's
are we
not called
doing
that,
it?
but yes.
Yeah, of course. I'm with you. I'm with you 100% there, Brand.
Brian?
Yeah.
Don't hear what I'm not saying though. While it's a sweet spot for reviewing, I'm excited
Yeah,
for
you
more
want more.
movies.
Yeah, of course.
But it makes it a little bit harder, and if it's going to be harder schedule wise, I want it to be worth it. I want there to be really sweet movies. But my being scorned by the Love Club.
Brand, I'm trying to listen, but I just found out Popeyes on Haywood Road's open, and it's hard to concentrate. I know
The day has come.
we're doing the best we can.
Can I ask you this?
but
Are you you're
I-
thinking Popeyes?
Dude, I love. I'm not.
Oh.
I love the chicken from Popeyes.
Okay, fair. Brian?
I believe we're done, right?
No,
You got one more, buddy.
One more.
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. You guys
Yeah.
are right. My last one in the Rancy list is This Time Each Year.
What's that one?
This one is a married couple. They're in a trial separation, trying things out. They're co-parenting, and then like the mother-in-law comes into town, and they get back on the right path. This airs October 24th. This is gonna be sad, and this is on the Mystery Channel.
Who's in this?
This is Allison Sweeney, Nal Mater.
Yeah,
so
this is number one. It should be number one on everybody's list.
this is a speed bump in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah,
for
I'm
me.
excited about that
Stop
pairing.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
of
excited
course
about-
they're great, but
They're
I just
great.
like
This
I want.
movie sounds like it's a struggle.
I want
October 24th, Brian?
shifting up to Christmas. So like this is gonna be like let's bring it down too quick in the season for me. I'm not ready.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah,
That's a
thank
fair
you.
statement.
Yeah.
So that's on my list.
Yeah.
Dana?
Yeah, number one for me, Following Yonder Star. Brooke Dorsey, John Brotherton, love both of
Great
them.
handshake.
This is phenomenal, as you
one of
have
the
told
best.
me
Hands on
literally
that
every
guy.
time I
One
mention
of
it.
the, it's a phenomenal handshake.
And Brooke Dorsey's
hands
handshake is great as well. I don't want you to look.
Yeah, I'm not putting hers down. Of
course.
I just John's exceptional.
Okay. Whatever. You need a minute,
Did you hear that Popeye's open on it?
dude. On Haywood Road, it's right around the corner. I love that chicken for Popeyes. Here's my thing: is that the
You're
movie?
putting a Dorsey Brotherton joint
Yes.
on your nut. That's
But I'll give you
criminal.
two reasons.
Criminal.
Arrest this
Number
man.
one.
I'm
at him.
holding him back.
Let me at him.
No, Brent, sit down. Dan, I
Number
can't hold
one.
him back much longer.
Big city girl goes to small town
Yep.
and meets high school science teacher. Seen that 1,000 times.
Not
Number
enough.
two, and this is the big one, it's a Dayspring joint. And I know.
Blessing bracelet.
I just know. Yes, exactly. I just know.
I tried to mess it up there and I didn't. I meant to
you
say
did.
blessing.
You got it. Yeah, you
When I
trying to mess
try
it
to
up
make
will make
it-
sure you get it right. Like say
That's the
Bazooki.
key.
Bazooki.
I just think these movies are so forced and they don't let any sort of
Let the
message
force be
breathe
with
at
you.
all, aside from Gift of Peace, which is the exception. So maybe I'll be wrong, but knowing what I know about Dayspring movies and about movies where a big city girl goes to small town to meet high school teacher, those don't go well. So I'm sorry, Brooke and John, both wonderful people. And this is the last like terrestrial movie of the year, I believe, or close to it. And I just don't want it. I don't want it, and I wish we were done already, and we're going to be in here recording anyway. So there's that. So Happy Holidays is the last one. This is the one right before that.
Right. Happy holidays. We did, everybody. Congratulations.
Yeah, we kicked it off. All
we-
that's left to do is to do it now.
We are doing it.
Then we'll
We're
have
doing
the
it
look back
tonight.
with Alonzo, of course.
Tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, deckthehallmark.com/marathon. We're going to draft some movies. We're going to watch 'Twas the Date Before Christmas. We're going to review it tonight.
Man, it's here. Can you believe it,
cannot
Brian?
believe
We're
it.
going to be live all night long and all day tomorrow.
All
We're going to watch
night
Holiday
long.
Crossers. Crossers.
Crossers
Thank
and
you,
Crossers.
Holiday Crossers. It's
They're
going to be
grassy.
so much fun. The whole gang's going to be there. So only thing that's missing is you.
Nicely done.
So come on. And we're going to be raising money all weekend long
For Beloved.
Asheville, the fine folks up there that are continuing to need all the support they can get for the destruction from Hurricane Helene. So please come on, deckthehallmark.com/marathon. It's going to be so much fun. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Hallmark's The Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.